Hello, my wonderful friends. I love you guys. I had a working day. Well, I'm always working, but I had a soul print day with a lovely, wonderful man who I have had many sessions with here, there, and everywhere when I was going into Toronto and other places. And this is the first time here, wherever here is. And I think before that, yeah, uh, the old house and various places. But it was a good day. I had a little scare in the morning. The power wasn't working, and I ran around trying to figure things out and called up my building guy and friend Sean. And bless his heart, he and his son Liam came over and helped me troubleshoot. Well, they did it. They troubleshot. I was just on overload, and I had too many other things to think about, and I had like an hour before my client came, and I was just like, oh my god, I don't have power. But it got solved. Those guys are most amazing, heavenly angels, earthly angels, whatever. And um, then at the end of the day, inspired by Raven's daughter's husband Mark's idea, concepts, and things, I built myself a enclosure in my on my little or around my little bed. I've got a little shelving unit just above me here. I got a light, little place to hang my pouch, and I've got my little power bar thing here with USB and everything that I can turn off the main power switch so that I'm not sleeping next to electrical stuff. And it's most of the walls are double vapor barrier, and this one over here is one layer because it was that one I did first, and then I thought about doing double. But and there's blankets hanging over all over outside. I've just covered it in blankets after the vapor barrier. So uh, I think I'm gonna have a pretty much cozier sleep. Is my hunch. My little door here is just a flap, kind of like a tent, with a little weight on it. For now, anyways, unless I feel I need something more. For now, until it gets modified. I feel very pleased. I don't know, it's probably 1 o'clock or something. I went crazy, a little frenzy here. But I feel very, very pleased. I just needed to feel like I had an extra accomplishment. And I think I did it. I think I did it. If I just feel good, I feel a little bit more prepared for any kind of emergency things. I just like this is even when I'm in a place, this is a great little backup thing. If someone comes to visit, I'll just stick them in the doghouse. No, I'm just joking. Well, no, I'm not joking. If someone came and said, "Hey, like I don't care, I have an Arctic sleeping bag," well then this is a great little spot. It's really, really nice. You're breathing fresh air. Yeah, I really enjoy it. I really enjoy it. Um, we'll see how the night goes. But I upgraded my sleeping bag situation the other day where I just put this little piece of vapor barrier and stapled it on the end and tucked it in the sides. And that made a big difference as well. Just that alone, I was much toastier. And another reason why I put it on was the inside of the metal roof, when it starts to warm up in the daytime, even though it's a little bit of sun, it makes um, moisture droplets form, and it's just the odd one that I'll just see a little drip somewhere, and I used to think, oh, is the roof leaking? But it's such a small amount. Well, now I know, just certain areas, certain times, you'll get this vapor forming, and then it turns into drips. And it seems to be probably because my body heat and breath probably go up, do it a little bit more, and then what I end up having happen is my down sleeping bag, which shouldn't get wet, was getting a little little wet marks on it, and it's just like shit. I can't have this happening. So that was also why I put the vapor barrier across, because then I could push my sleeping bag under before I go to work and do stuff. And yeah, no, and I decided to keep that as well. I can now attach things all around if I want something to hang, hooks, cup hooks, you name it. I could put a frigging kettle in here if I really wanted to and make tea. So I could call this the tiniest home, maybe. But I am feeling very, very good. And what else what else do I have here? Phone. Oh, you know what? I need my lovely little speakers. For a little bit of music. Good idea, eh? Yeah, I think that is a good idea. But anyways, this is not going to be a big post or anything like that. Whether or not I'll put it on YouTube, I don't know yet. But I would want to include what I've done here on some kind of video for YouTube on a bigger one. But I'm just feeling good. Feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I like the feeling of feeling good. Definitely, when I have an accomplishment, when I do a little project, it gives me a sense that I'm not going backwards or things aren't, getting behind, and that angst sort of erases and softens. Every little bit where I feel safer in some way, more secure, like I made a thermos out of a big metal garbage can to put the dog's heated water in years ago, and I kept it, and I sink it halfway in the ground, and that way it doesn't cost as much to heat the water in the winter out there, so it doesn't freeze. And so I hooked all that up. I've hooked up extension cords everywhere. Oh my god, it's a mess of extension cords in here. And I hooked up an extension cord to the chicken coop, but I haven't got the little heater yet. We're just waiting for it to come in on back order, and so that feels good. I got my freezer in today. Oh, that felt good. And I filled it with my stuff, so I've sorted out the big freezer of dog food with this one. That felt good. Yeah, actually, considering I got a lot done today. I have to call the bank tomorrow because I realized that I'm locked out of PayPal, Raven's account, and I don't know, I guess PayPal has decided I can't use it or something. So I tried, and then it said that I couldn't use my Visa debit card for some reason. So I have to go in and, I don't know, activate it or get them to allow me to, or whatever the hell. So I can set up my PayPal account because I want to order this instrument from Siberia called the Ghost Catcher and learn how to play it. It's a small instrument, and it's used by Siberian shamans for working with, for healing, as healers, for healing people and working with spirits and things. And it was a client, Mark, who came in, who's always into things like this, and he had told me about it, and I just listened, and I'm like, why is this really speaking to me? I'm starting to notice certain, like when something's really drawing me in, it's much clearer now. And this just grabbed me, and I'm just like, wow, Mark, like what timing is this? And, he shows me the actual instrument that he has, and he shows me a video of someone playing it, actually the guy who makes them. And I was just hooked. I just knew this is something that I need to do for myself, but also I want to play music to Raven, and she can hear me with this special instrument for communing with spirits and people in other dimensions and things. So that makes me feel very good. Another friend, Jeff, who was in a while back for Soulprint, he brought me this little thermos that's just for a good sized cup of coffee, but like a little bullet. Keeps water hot, and it does too. It says 12 hours, and the time that I go to drink a tea, say, it's too hot to drink. It's like, oh my god, now I can't drink it. So it's great. And the thing is, it's a little black bullet, and it's got written on it Raven Indigenous, and it's the company that Jeff, I don't know if he owns the company, but he at least runs it. And he travels around the world doing these forums and attending forums and things, all related to Indigenous rights and moving forward for them. So, like, another beautiful, well, it's all gifts, but this amazing gift, and then just the fact that, I get this little black thermos with the name Raven on it. I tell you, the universe is talking to me very, very clearly, and it's very important for me to let the universe know that I mean serious business. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. I want to build up the intensity of my abilities to work with the other dimensions, you might say. Kind of put myself through my own shamanic training kind of thing as well. But yeah, life experience, man, it's the greatest teacher. Like, you can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. Or if you did, it just wouldn't sound real. Hear my dogs in the background barking at something in the darkness. They do their job and they take it very seriously, those guys. Wow. I think it's about time for me to go to bed. Jeff is I've got to see about calling the bank tomorrow, and I hope I don't have to go in, because if I have to go in, I have to leave like 8 o'clock and be back by 10 for Jeff, or for, I'm talking about Jeff, for Greg. Jeff is the friend who brought me the Raven Indigenous thermos. And then Mark is the guy who showed me the ghost catcher. So lots of cool shit happening. I'm also talking to an amazing artist who I really am interested in him doing some illustrations for my book. So people, could think, well, you're an artist, why won't you do the illustrations for your own book? Number one, I don't have the time. Number two, and the place to do it. It's everything's in boxes and a mess and whatever, so it's going to be a long time before I can start and have enough focus. But also, this artist, I've been watching his art for a while, his illustrations, and there's something about them. I just like the feel. They're kind of like adult children surreal storybook illustrations. And I think I like the idea of merging my Soulprint book with a kind of an adult children's book sort of version story of how we got here as Nomad, and where we're going, and how Soulprints and Nomad Village all work together. You got to figure it all out. I want to keep it small, not too not too thick. It's not an encyclopedia or something like that. Just clean, crisp, concise, and a little bit of adventure, mystery kind of feel to it. You know, like the like children love. You know, some sort of grimoire type of feel. Not quite spooky like that, but some, I don't know. I want a book that someone might like to curl up by a fireplace and read. You know, snuggle up in a bay window with a cat or something like that. So we'll see where it goes. But anticipating and assuming that I won't be getting anywhere near like usual, anywhere near as much business in the winter. So trying to get as much in before the snow flies. So just keep that in mind. I do have a few spots in November still open, because once that snow starts, unless you have snow tires, a lot of people don't, I'll still be here, you know, willing to work, but it's less likely. So I'll probably have more space, chunks of time where I can sit down and play my ghost catcher and work on my book. So, and do my videos. And that point will be in every stage of my crazy life has been interesting, that's for sure. You can definitely say my life is not boring, and it's definitely an adventure. I would like to mention this a while back, but just thinking about it more, I don't know when exactly. Might have to wait till spring before I could invest in it too. But I like the idea of finding a really good green coffee bean and then getting like a sack or a half a sack and doing like a little small batch micro roast kind of thing of a Nomad coffee. And I think I'm going to call this one something, but definitely dedicated to Raven, and it'll have her name in it. Don't yet know what the name will be. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And it'll just be a small amount, and when it's out, when it's done, it's done. So keep that in mind if you love really good coffee. One that I really like, if I could get a good price on Costa Rica black honey. That has been my favorite coffee so far. And I'm trying to drink a whole bunch of other ones so that I yearn for that one, and also so I don't empty it, because I was starting to empty it really quick. And I thought, okay, leave it out of the drinking cycle, circulation, until you almost forget what it tasted like. And then I'll go and make one. Maybe tomorrow. Who knows? So, my wonderful friends, I hope you have a wonderful sleep, wonderful night, sweet dreams, and I hope you have an exceptional weekend and the week preceding that. I am going to see when I turn this off what time it is. I'm kind of guessing it's going to be 1-ish, a little after 1 or something. So anyways, I don't know if there's anything I missed. No, I don't think so. So anyways, talk to you maybe tomorrow, and maybe there'll be some more